Hello, how are you? Send out here coming at you with another video, and in today's video we are going to talk all about the difference between conditioners and deep conditioners. This is one of the things that confuses people the most, and it's one of the conversations that I find that we're having the most, and people are giving so much importance to shampoo and conditioner. That is really the least complicated part of hair care. As we are watching this, I am drinking some of our hibiscus blend, and then right after that I have a pot of my red Nile chamomile brewing because my cramps are kicking my ass. A deep conditioner is more nourishing than a regular conditioner, and it also holds a smaller molecular weight. It is mainly designed to penetrate the hair shaft, going deeper than the hair's cuticle into the cortex to increase hydration and to repair certain forms of damage that may have taken place within the hair's cortex. But there is a difference between a deep conditioner and a regular conditioner. Again, let's pay attention to the different layers of the hair shaft. You have the cuticle layer, which is why I teach you about porosity all the time. High, low, and medium porosity hair. Check the link in the description box to learn a little more. But that's why I teach you about that, right? That is the porosity, the first layer. We're talking about the cortex of the hair shaft. That is where the melanin lives. That's where the different bonds that hold your hair together that I talk about all the time. The salt bond, the hydrogen bond, and the disulfide bond. That is all within the cortex of the hair shaft. Remember, a deep conditioning treatment is dealing with the cortex, and a conditioning treatment is dealing with the cuticle layer. Now, let's talk about regular conditioners. Now, a regular conditioner is used for everyday regular maintenance, right? This is going to be a conditioner that you are going to pick based on your hair's porosity, right? The reason that you're going to pick it for your hair's porosity is because the literal point of you using a conditioner is to condition the hair's cuticle. So it will be really important that you choose something that is made for your type of porosity, right? For example, if you lactose intolerant and you ain't supposed to be having no milk, you don't want nobody to go make you nothing with no milk. You want them to pay attention to the ingredients, okay? You lactose intolerant, so you're gonna be doodling on yourself if they mess it up. This is why it becomes very, very important for you to understand your hair's porosity, because that is what is going to determine, or what's going to be a really good determining factor of what type of conditioner you should use. For example, if you're a person with low porosity hair, you are a person who has a cuticle layer that is really, really tight, right? And because the cuticle is really, really tight, you need a little help forcing that cuticle open, right? And when I say forcing, I don't mean like forcing it, pulling it open, but just like helping it to open a little bit. The same way that if you are a little congested, just a little bit, but then you put some peppermint oil in a diffuser, or you drink a little bit of Zen gunpowder from Cynple Apothecary, or you use it in a tool like this one to clear up your air passages. It just makes it so things are able to open up, right? So for the hair, I really, really recommend using a shampoo and conditioner like this one. This is one of my favorite ones. My daughter has low porosity hair, so this is the shampoo and conditioner that I use for her when we're not having a reparative week and I'm using Olaplex. No, Olaplex is not something that I use every wash day for, but for the reparative week of my hair care regimen, I do, right? So again, when we're talking about conditioner, just regular conditioner, it is all about the cuticle of the hair shaft. This helps to soften the hair and add moisture to the hair's surface. But there is a difference between moisture and hydration. Make sure you check the link in the description box below, because I have a video going very deep into the difference between moisture and hydration. I break it down so deep there, so I'm not going near here. If you are a person who washes your hair every day or every 2 days, you do not ever remember, you don't want to use a deep conditioner every single time. Why? Because a deep conditioner a deep conditioning treatment goes into the cortex of the hair shaft, so you do not want to over hydrate the hair. And I think a lot of people get confused, because when we're talking about moisturizing the hair, the first thing that you want to do is add water to the hair. That is the last thing you should do. When we're talking about hydration, right? When we're talking about hydration, that is coming within the cortex of the hair shaft. And the best hydration your hair can get is from the inside. Remember, we work from the inside out, not the outside in. So let's get into that. Remember, the hair shaft is made up of a protein called keratin, and this form of keratin is made up of different bonds. So there are always so many arguments about when we should comb the hair, whether or not we should comb the hair when it's wet or when it's dry. And across the board, the practices have been to comb the hair and detangle the hair whenever it's wet. Hopefully I can put some up on the screen. Now, as satisfying as this looks visually, it is one of the leading causes of hair shaft disorders. Make sure you check these live broadcasts where I go deep into both of these hair shaft disorders and a couple more, but I really want you to see the resemblance and the causes that lead up to these different things. When the hair is wet, the hydrogen bond that holds the hair together becomes broken, allowing the hair to become more pliable and weaker and more open to suggestion. Why? The hydrogen bond is the bond in the hair that is the temporary bond that I can set and style your hair, right? So I want to break this bond 100%, but I only want to break this bond when the hair is already properly detangled, because if when I break this bond, I paralyze the hair. And when something is paralyzed, it's really, really hard to manipulate. This is why you detangle hair when it is dry. On the video in the description box below, I did it. It was about 6 years ago, you guys, over 6 years ago. The client in this video, the client in that video, I did her hair at least 6 or 7 times after this video was filmed. Her hair was extremely healthy. This was just a mistake her family made this day. We ended up recording the video. It went viral and people have created their own narrative. But when it came to her hair, they had a super crazy day in the summer in Vegas. It's over 100+ degrees outside. So they had took her braids out already. I think her sister or somebody had taken her braids out already, and they had already washed her hair, so her hair was washed and wet and in a ponytail when she got there. And then once I took it out is when I began to see the matting. So instead of me combing through all of her hair while it was soaking wet, the training that I received taught me how to separate as much of the shed hair as I possibly could, and then slowly dry the hair so I can then begin to separate the hair when it is in its strongest form, which is when it is dry. But of course, something that took me 6 hours speeded up in a 20-minute video won't show you that. But that is the difference, right? When we're dealing or detangling our hair, you never want to use conditioner to detangle your hair. You always want to do it on dry hair, and you want to do it with oil, because the slip that you're getting in conditioner is coming from the amino acids, the silk amino acid, which is an additive that they add in an oil. Here on the screen, I am showing you what it looks like to make conditioner. This is how they make conditioner. The conditioner is made with wax and a bunch of additives and oils, right? So it is with an oil that you are getting that slip, and with silk aminos that you are getting that slip. So when you add an oil, pre-pooing is a term that the Team Natural community kind of stole and like morphed into something else, but it's something that we do and that has been done for ever in the professional community where we take before you end up washing the hair. So when you hear oil treatments were not used the way that you guys think. When I first learned the oil treatment, a hot oil treatment was used to break up matting and tangles, right? So we would break up matting and tangles by sitting you under the dryer with a little bit of the oil, avoiding the scalp, and then you will get a deep detoxifying treatment to remove any excess oil from the scalp that feeds different forms of bacteria that live on the scalp. Check this video here because I go really deep into 25 of the 1,000 forms of yeast and bacteria that live on the human scalp right now, and they all colonizing, and their favorite food is oil. Now, hydrogen bonds form between the water molecules in the protein chain, the polypeptide chain that is your hair shaft. Your hair is a protein, my baby. I love you guys so much. Make sure you check all of the links in the description box below, and then make sure you go right now and binge watch my herbal playlist so you can learn all about all of my herbal complexes before I hop into our next herbal series. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.